This is another Baby, welcome to the 40. I'm in the Mazda to rape the beam. I be sliding with your shorty.
I be sliding with your shorty.
Baby, welcome to the 40. Just know I'm gon' slide if they ever try to extort me. Baby, welcome to the 40. Bitch, I'm a trend. Not a crip, put one in your head and empty the clip. No fire trucks, but it's lighters and whips. Craig Pops, you just slipping some shit.
Oh, I don't know what.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. That means we are live and in the building. Make some noise.
Yeah. Welcome. Welcome, episode 11.
Yes.
40 Central Podcast. What's up with you, man? How's everything doing?
Everything's good, man. I'm on the road again. I'm out in Long Island, Selden, Long Island. It's been a pretty long day. Got lost on the way up here. Had to take a 45-minute detour, but you know it's all good because I got here safe. I got some extra time in the car with the family, so trying to look at that as more of a positive than a negative. But I'm on the road again, ready to pod. What's up with you? How you been?
I love it, man. I'm all right. Hard week for me. Little ups and downs. Had a death in the family.
Condolences.
Yeah, we a little tough this week. We a little tough, man, for real. But we got through it. But I had some good. I got some ups too, man. My daughter graduated.
Hey, make some noise!
Yeah. She graduated, so I got a freaking 6th grader now. I feel man old, bro.
I mean, man, that's good. You ain't got no gray hair, so you ain't got nothing to worry about.
I might soon. By the way, we gotta play this one more time because it's the mayor's birthday.
Shout out to the mayor.
Baby, welcome to the 40. I'm in the Mazda to race the beam. I be sliding with your shorty. Baby, welcome to the 40.
Hey.
Just know I'm gon' slide if they ever try to extort me.
What?
Baby, welcome to the 40. Bitch, I'm a trend. Not a crip, put one in your head and empty the clip. No fire trucks, but it's lighters and whips. Craig Pops, you just slipping some shit. Before you get blocked, do we the strip. Phone smacking like I'm taking a trip. Be away for the...
Yeah, it's Rick's birthday. Happy birthday, Rick.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to the mayor, man. One of the realest on the block that's doing it. If you haven't listened to any of his music, make sure you go to Tidal. Make sure you go to YouTube. Make sure you go to Apple Music. Make sure you go to Google Music. Stream Rick Rue. You can check out their last album, 40 Forever. Stream that, run it up. We running up the streams on his B-Day today.
Yeah,
it's going to be top. We're going to just play some Rick Rue in here for his B-Day. Definitely show him some love. He's been supporting the podcast since day one, so definitely appreciate you for that.
So, how was your Father's Day, man? Let's start out. Let's have a little recap. How was your Father's Day?
Father's Day is really interesting for me because it's like it's a weird dynamic because I don't have like kids, but it's like I work with so many kids and a lot of them look at me as like a father figure in their lives. So I got texts from like old kids that I used to work with, messages from kids like, "Yo, happy Father's Day." A couple of them even call me dad. It's crazy, but it's like it makes me reflect on like this is why we need more men in education. This is why we need more men in after school programs. This is why we need more men in the lives of the kids in our community because a lot of them don't have those father figures. And it's like when they get someone that they like and they attach to, they really hold on to that relationship. Like I didn't talk to some of these kids in years. And for them to even think about me, of all people on Father's Day, like I take things like that to heart.
Buddy. You want to make an appearance? Oh, look at the boss baby came into town. Say hi.
Oh,
hi. Say hi.
Building.
This is yeah. Say what's up. Yeah, you want to say hi? Say hi.
Building.
Yeah.
Cold world. What's the word?
It's crazy. Yeah, that's the mic, right? So yeah, man. That's kind of good, right, for your Father's Day, right?
Yeah, I mean it's great. I have no complaints. I mean, I'm glad I'm not in one of those situations where I like don't look forward to it because of the relationship that I may have with someone. Mm-hmm. I'm fortunate for that because I know that could be like really stressful for some men. So I'm definitely thankful for that. And it made me reflect with the relationship with my dad.
Oh,
Go ahead. Oh, he's my man.
hold on.
Taking over the show.
Go ahead. Look. Say
Go
what's
ahead.
up.
Act like you landed an airplane. Do this.
Oh,
Do that.
you talking?
Landed an airplane.
Oh,
Nah, you wasn't feeling it.
you heard him? Give me a kiss. Love you. You gotta go to bed, buddy. Sorry. He gotta go to bed. All right, give the crying like 5 seconds, y'all. You won't hear no more.
How was your Father's Day?
My man, though. So Father's Day for me is a little it's a little touchy, man. It was good. It was good, but it was like something like my stepfather died like last year before, right like a week before my birthday. So it was tough, man. My first time not getting a text message, not being able to call, not being able to text, you know what I mean? But then I got my kids here to make me laugh, you know what I mean, make me smile. We went up to my mom's. It's on? Turn it off. We went to my mom's and then we just had a little barbecue, shit like that. It was fun though, you know what I mean? Get my mind off of it a little bit.
That's good.
But
man.
it was cool. It's like bittersweet, you know?
Yeah,
it's hard.
It's definitely hard. It's definitely hard. And situations like this make you, well, for me, it makes me want to cherish the times that we do have to the maximum ability. Like, even like I was saying, like I was upset that that we had a 45-minute detour because we went the wrong way, but I got more time with my niece and nephew, extra 45 minutes. Right?
You driving?
Yeah, I was driving, and it was like through the whole like thunderstorm and all the other stuff. So it's like for us to have gotten here safely, and for me to have gotten an extra 45 minutes with them in the car, just being around them, those little things like I cherish because I know you're only going to be young once. You're going to be old forever, right? So it's like while they're young, to have as much time with them as possible. Like I don't take little things like that for granted.
Yeah. And shout out to all the fathers out there shout out to the real fathers, man. Because anybody can make a baby, but it takes a real man to be a father, bro.
So like, and that's hard. Like, so what do you consider like? Because you're a father. What's the role of a father in a child's life in your opinion?
Everything. I mean, anything. Comforter, provider, like just being there, just playing with them. My son is small, so it's different than my oldest. You know what I mean? My oldest needs me to be there, talk to her about her crushes or something like that, or her schoolwork or stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, my son just wants me to play with him. You know, it just is levels when you're growing, when they growing up. So I mean, it's cool though. It's the best thing in the world, man.
Mm-hmm.
The best thing in the world. It's like hard to be sad. It's hard to be like. Even though like my family's going through a small time right now, like a point where you're kind of sad, but when you got kids, man, they make you smile, they make you laugh, they all do all that shit.
Yeah. It's like death is one of those, and we about to do a deep dive because it's like death is one of those scary, sad feels when you enter it because you know that someone's no longer with you in the physical. But then it's like you also come to the understanding that like they're at peace. You have like you deal with the idea and the concept that time heals all wounds. It's so much stuff that like you learn in the process of dealing with something so traumatic that you learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about your family. This is going to be something that brings you all closer. This is going to be something that may make you all communicate more. Cherish those small moments more, but it's a hard space to have to learn all of that.
Yeah, right.
You know, like that's the hardest part is that you have to learn it through going through this type of experience.
I had to learn that last year, so I mean, it was tough. Like now my other family member has to learn it. You know what I mean? It's like I get what you're saying. That shit's hard, man.
Yeah. It's hard, and you know, like having to rely on time to heal those type of wounds, like that is different for everybody. Some people may never be able to, like, what does it even mean to get over it? Is that something that is possible? Like, can you get over losing someone?
I don't think you get over. I think it just gets easier.
What do you mean?
I don't think you ever get over it. It's never a point where I'm over that person gone. It's just that I know that he's been gone for this certain amount of time. It's just around the area where it's like it's not like it's recent. So recently you're gonna be hurt right now.
Yeah.
Next month maybe two you're gonna be hurt, but 6 months later down the line you're not as hurt. 7 months, 11 months comes now you back to hurt again because it's the year. You know what I mean? Throughout the time it gets easier. You don't ever forget. It just gets easier a little bit.
Yeah. Like for me, the hardest part of that process is acceptance. Like for me, and that's why Father's Day is like near and dear to me because when I was 16, I lost my dad to cancer. So it was like seeing him go through that experience was traumatizing because at 16, you don't know how to really help somebody that's going through it. And it's like, that's my dad. So it was like, that's almost your closest equivalent to Superman in a way that you don't think anything bad can ever happen. So when it happened and, the family went through it, the hardest thing for me was acceptance. But what helped me get through it was understanding that life does not end with death because those memories that you created, the moments that you made people laugh, you made people smile, you made people feel good, like those things last forever. So once I was able to accept the fact that, okay, the physical state may not be here, but the spiritual state is still there. It will never leave. Like that's always going to be around. And once I was able to accept that, for me, that's when it made the grieving process so much easier because I learned that life does not end at death because the people that you've affected, you still live through them. So that's how I try to look at it.
Nah, it's good. And you know what? This situation, because it was so unexpected, it makes you just want to be like you mad at somebody or you want to like something about something that this is like, oh, you was close to them for a minute. It just makes you want to just be like, yo, my fault, man. Let's just get over it because tomorrow is not promised. Like, what I mean, at all. And it's like we gotta just like mend these bridges that we burned and just keep moving if it's needed. You know what I mean? If there's somebody who's there for you and you mad at them or something like that, just in my head, I'm like, yo, let's just forget about it. Let's just keep it moving. Let's just build because you never know, man. You never know.
I mean, you a better person than me because I'm a petty person. So I'm not
me too,
outside just making up with everybody and
Bro,
try to.
I'm getting old, bro.
I hold grudges, unfortunately. So it's like you could have backstabbed me in the third grade, and I still may feel some type of way if I see you now in my 20s. I may not forget that. Yo, I may not forget that you tried to break my pencil. Like I to this day, I still remember when Early stole my pencil in 7th grade. He was in class, right? And my pen was like under my notebook. And this is how I know he was fried. Like my pen was under my notebook. He literally takes the pen, but leaves the cap like right on the outside of the notebook. So it looks like the pen is still under there. Leaves out the class. I flip open my book and my pen is gone. He's standing right outside the class laughing at me. So it's like, I don't forget those things, bro. Like I don't forget. I remember everything. My short-term memory may be bad, but my long-term memory, I could remember stuff all the way back to the 2nd grade, bro.
I can't remember shit. I remember certain things. I don't remember everything. I can't. My brain is went through too much things for me to remember anything.
Nah, my short-term memory sucks. Like when right now, I can watch a TV show, and then as soon as it goes off, I forget what I watched. But
yeah, me too. You ever forget that when you leave the house, you're like, shit, did I lock the door?
Yo, I do that all the time. I do that like sometimes when I leave my car, I'm like, damn, did I lock the door? Shit, I don't know. But I mean, that's just what I've been having to deal with my whole life. But man, let's talk about some stuff, man. What are we talking about?
Oh yeah. Hold on. Before I just want to recap one more time. That versus we did was type fire though. That shit was fun, bro.
Yo,
and whoever missed it, go back, watch it, man.
I had a great time.
That was probably one of the best times we had.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We didn't even notice that we was on for 3 hours
because it wasn't like at first. It wasn't a battle to me. Like it was just playing hit for hit. You throw a hit, I throw a hit. You throw a hit, I throw a hit. You throw a sleeper, I throw a sleeper. You throw a sleeper, I throw a sleeper.
There
I
was a
threw
couple
a
of
90,
people
you
that we
threw a
threw
90.
in there.
Like it was good. It was a heavyweight battle. I feel like you just had to you have to be there and experience it in order to really pick a winner.
Nah, see, look right here. I don't even think it was a winner.
That's
I
what
don't
I'm
think that
saying.
was,
Like I
but
don't look
that
at it
was
like
too
that.
good. That was too good.
But now I
That was too good.
understand like when people say that we're gonna do like an appreciation versus like when John Legend and Alicia Keys did that, even though I didn't watch it, like after doing what we did, I can understand it a little bit better. Like sometimes you just really want to just show love for the music that brought you up, show love for the music that put your family together. Like
We're gonna have to do another one though. I'll tell you that
of
right now.
course.
We're gonna pick another era and
Of
we just
course.
gonna vibe out, man. 'Cause that was fire. It was fun. It was fun.
What's
So,
your favorite
fuck it,
R&B?
since we're still in person. Excuse me?
What's your favorite R&B era?
Probably around that era that we did.
Okay, early 2000s.
2000s, maybe late 90s.
Okay.
I couldn't put Sweet Lady in there. That was like 99. So it was like,
Yeah, Sweet Lady. That's all that Tyrese.
there was a
music.
couple of them that I wanted to throw in there. And I'm like, damn, this shit's like 98. Like, I'm like, oh.
That's the hardest part. That's the
We could
hardest
do 95 to 99 next time. That might be all right.
I'm down. Listen, I'm down. I hope that whoever's listening could just put some song requests in there to help me with my memory because that era I would have to do a little bit more research on. But it's on. We do it for the fans. That's what we do it for. We do it for the supporters.
So let's stick on verses then.
Yes, sir.
The Jadakiss and Fabulous is coming up.
Oh, that's what that's about. See,
Yeah.
I kept hearing about it. People were talking about it, and then I didn't know if it was like they were gonna actually battle, or they're gonna go like do a versus hit for hit kind of thing.
Oh, well, I mean, does it make a difference though? Because people are still gonna say if somebody won or lost.
I think it makes a difference because if you battling, then you just going verse for verse. That's how I took it.
Oh no!
Like,
It was like
smack battle.
Oh no! It's versus. I think it's under the versus catalog, like Swiss Beats and they doing it.
That's an interesting battle because it's like I wouldn't even want to see those two go at it honestly because
Nah,
I wouldn't want to see that, bro. I wouldn't want to. That's not who I would want to see. Fab go up against somebody who doesn't get the respect that they deserve in the rap game. So
wait, you don't think Fab gets the respect that he deserves?
No, not on a like a mogul rap type level. Like Fab is one of those type of rappers that if you a fan of him, you're gonna bring him up in the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
He should be bigger than that. Fab should be in the conversation regardless if you a fan of him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like Jada is closer to that echelon than Fabulous is, which is why I would want to see them go hit for hit. And I just think hit for hit, honestly, Fab just has more of a repertoire. Like,
yeah, I mean, you play most of the soul tape.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
is it? Okay.
Nah, I think Jada gets his respect, bro. I think Jada gets his respect, bro. When you talk about bars, you gotta mention Jada.
I think you gotta mention Fab in that too. Fab is I think it also depends on who you're talking to. I think you're right. It depends on who you're talking to because a lot of people are not gonna put him up there. But I think he has his songs is fire, and I think that's gonna be an uneven battle.
I don't think it's gonna. It depends, like, because if Fab tries to go with the girl records, and then Kiss is coming at you with Locks records, and he's coming at you with Bad Boy records, like Jada got classics.
Yeah.
Like timeless class, all about the Benjamins, timeless. Knock yourself out, timeless. He got bangers, but I don't know which way they're gonna go. You could freestyle for freestyle. Fab could potentially pull that off.
Fab is the type of person that could just rap in any era. Though. That's why I think he's like a chameleon, bro. He's like he adapts to too much shit. Like it's like he can adapt to this mumble rap era, and he can adapt to this new wave that he can go back. He's a chameleon, man.
Yeah, but Jada got those bars that make you just like he make you make that face like you just took a dump. Like
all right, so you say that, right? And we've done a couple of those, and you know that sometimes the people don't like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's what the people think. So it's just all about what they play. It's just like categories of what they play. Like,
And this is why Fab may have the upper hand, because from just my mind, from the songs that I could think of, Fab has more of like mainstream hits. Like
that's the
Fab
thing.
underground music can be a few of those freestyles can be considered mainstream.
Yeah, that's a fact. Look, he said he brings up Fab Jada in Texas. They look at him stupid. I want to know who they think is nice out there. Them. Like, who's their best rappers?
Texas, I would probably never respect a person from Texas opinion when it comes to rap and hip hop. Honestly, maybe like like Texas.
I want to know who they got. Meg.
Yeah, like I got Meg Thee Stallion and Beyonce. Like, just chill out a little bit. Just chill out. I mean, what they got? What's that? They got Jay Prince. Jay Prince holds a lot of weight, but he's not a rapper. But yeah, if I'm talking rap and hip hop, I'm probably not going to talk to somebody.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
That's just not me.
Oh no! This is
Yellow beat. Yeah, next.
Oh, no.
Next.
Nah, Bumby, all right.
Bro, next.
It's terrible out here, yo.
I'd rather listen to 3 6 Mafia.
The devil music. They used to rap about devil shit.
Till I die.
6 Mafia used to be devil worshippers.
I mean, yeah, everybody's a devil worshiper if you go to YouTube.
You know them, and who was it? Was it them and not Bumby? It was they had a beef with somebody to see who's more of a devil worshiper. I forgot who the hell they was beefing with.
Listen, bro, anybody's a devil worshiper if you go to YouTube. If you go to YouTube right now, you can probably find a video about us being devil worshipers because of the fish in your fish.
No, they said it. They said it was.
Listen, look. I don't care, bro.
I don't care though.
Like I said, you go to YouTube right now, they can find that you're a devil worshiper from the fish in your fish tank, bro. I don't pay attention to that type of stuff.
Your fault.
Now you good.
Yo, yeah, man. I had a long day, man.
Same here. My day's not even over.
My day's not even over yet. I still gotta go outside, throw some fireworks with my daughter. I told her I was gonna do it after the pod.
All right.
Yeah, I'm throwing them shits up there, man. We did a little drop by today. I'm sorry to go back, guys, but we did a little drop by today. She enjoyed it. She got her gift, and she's chilling now. She wants fireworks. She wants mad shit, bro.
Yeah, rightfully so. It's her day.
It is, and I gotta do it. I gotta go outside and I gotta go get it done. So after this, I'll be outside. Hopefully, nobody calls the cops on me or nothing like that, or whatever they do. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean,
but yeah, man.
Ask for
so we talking about verses, right?
Yes, sir.
So we have anticipated verses that is supposed to be coming up soon.
Man, listen.
The only reason why I'm bringing that up because I just seen Mr. Dean just came in.
Oh, so, he's in the building.
We're waiting for this battle, and the people are waiting. And what's going on? We gotta get this right, man.
Hey, look, listen. For those who don't know what we're talking about, we were supposed to have Drake versus Kanye. Mm-hmm. Hit for hit, battle for battle, Warren versus Kwani. Warren had Kanye, Kwani had Drake. This was going to be one of the best verses on 40 Central Podcast. Unfortunately, it had to be postponed. We still waiting for both parties to decide on the day.
Yeah, we're waiting on them. We're waiting on them.
We get that day. As soon as we get that day and that time, y'all gonna know. But
you know what? Since they didn't come on this week, we had a great versus, so I'm cool with it.
It worked out. It worked
out perfectly fine. But we waiting for them. I got a quarantine for 14 days, so
oh, that's right.
That's true.
That's crazy. Yo, that traveling shit is wild, bro. Like people.
Yeah, man, I'm about to head out there on Tuesday. On Wednesday. But I'm heading out there Wednesday. I'm literally going to the villa. I'm going to the funeral Thursday, and I'm leaving Friday morning. I'm not even going nowhere else. Not talking to nobody else. Not doing nothing like that. I'm doing that, and I'm coming right back.
So let me ask you a question. How does that work, though? So, like, do they, like, track you on your phone if you don't quarantine because of that?
No, I don't. Honestly, I don't think they even gonna know what you do. They just tell you to self quarantine.
Bro, what if they start arresting people that break the quarantine rule?
I mean, do you think they should?
I think no. I don't think they should. That's your right to
What
do what you want to do.
What about if you're gonna quarantine, put them get like a hotel or something like that, and have them stay in a hotel, quarantine hotel?
No, absolutely not. I'm good. I don't think that should be the case. If they tell you to quarantine, you should do it. If they make you go to a hotel, that's low key like arresting somebody, and I would not want somebody to go through that experience through because of a quarantine. And who's to say that you even going to a hotel is going to be good enough for treatment because you're going to be around other sick people.
Yeah, he's getting paid leave. That's cool. I'm about to. I wish I was doing that shit.
Facts. Winning.
That's what I said. I don't even,
Celebration for all the teachers. Our last day was on Friday. Make some noise. Yeah, shout out to all the teachers, all the support staff, everybody who's working in a school who helped the students get through this. You are the MVPs. You are the essential workers that never get the thank yous that you deserve. I don't even think they classify people who work in school as essential workers because they have to work from home. I'm here to tell you right now, if you work in a school, if you work with kids, you are an essential worker. You helped us get through this. You deserve all the thanks and gratitude that we are giving you right here on 40 Central. Make some noise!
I'm so glad that school's over, bro. For real, I'm so glad. But look at this. Say I work in a hospital. Our morgue is still lit. We also still had 2 ice body trucks. Yeah, so you got to be careful out there for real.
It's low key like a dark statement. You just talked about devil worshiping. Damn, like God, the morgue is lit. Like that should be like the headline of a newspaper. You want people to stay in the house, you got to just put that on the New York Times.
The morgue is lit.
Lit. For y'all niggas that don't want to take this seriously, the morgue is lit.
You could party on this morgue right now. But that's crazy, man. So fuck it, let's talk about that too then.
All right, let's pod. Listen, look, I'm here to pod, baby. I'm here to pod. What are we talking about?
But we want to thank JT because he's over there. He's traveling again, and he's over there, family stuff, and we still here, man. This is how you know we taking this shit serious for real.
Yes, sir. We podding. We here to pod. We here to do this for our supporters. This is why we do this. We don't do this for us. We do this for the supporters. We appreciate y'all giving us y'all again for real, man.
Yeah, but I forgot what the fuck I was gonna say.
We was about to transition. We was talking about COVID, the morgue still being.
Okay, I got you.
So my memory's getting sharper. I'm getting there.
Texas and Florida are about to close down again.
Yes, and I don't know how to feel about this because I have friends that are about to go down to Miami this weekend, and like if you have a flight already booked and you
next weekend.
If you're already excited to go, like, do you rebook your trip? Can you even rebook your trip, number one? And if you can, should you do it?
I heard that. I just think that people jumped the gun and wanted to go out because it was open, and when everybody went over there and just gave everything everywhere else. It's like it's not necessary to go right now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like we could take a little second, breathe, let everything finish, because they're just gonna make the second wave come back.
Yeah, but it's like people still want to enjoy it. Like it's like they still want to enjoy their lives. It's their lives. It's their money. It's their time. It's their risk. They want to enjoy it. Like this is supposed to be America, right? This is supposed to be the land of the free, the home of the brave.
You to each his own. You know what I'm saying? You if you want to go and think like I'm gonna go, and I would have went too, but I got kids I got to think about. You know what I mean? So I got something else I got to take care of. But besides that, I would if I didn't have no kids, and a lot of these people that going out there, they just chilling. They want to go have fun, but they not. But there's no mask. You ain't see no mask. You ain't see no gloves. You ain't see no hand sanitizer nowhere. So.
Yeah. Oh, all this is bullshit. I had to tell Florida what I was doing, where I was going. This is eventually this is going to happen in New York. You're gonna have to get off a plane. You have to answer some questions. What are you doing here? That's almost gonna be like you walking into a blood neighborhood. What are you doing here? Who you here to see? Who do you know? Where are you coming from? Oh, you coming from the Crip side of Florida? Nah, you're not valid here, bro.
You gonna go see that chick in that building, and all those dudes are standing outside in front of the building?
Yo, that's how it's gonna be, yo. For real. They're gonna really start.
I gotta walk through that shit.
Y'all gonna start getting pressed at the airport, and y'all gonna start getting real uncomfortable, and that's when y'all gonna stop traveling unless you absolutely have to. But that's what it's gonna have to come down to. Me, I'm a person who believes in let the people do what they want and let the people live with the consequences of their actions. That's how I feel it should be.
Yeah, but I agree with you. But as somebody who's running a state, and you don't want death toll on your hand. It's on your hands, no matter what. Whatever happens is on you.
People freaking.
I can't let you guys just die because you want to,
bro.
I gotta act like I want to save you,
bro. People die from the most seamless. People die from car accidents all the time, bro. And we not gonna shut down the speed limit because of that. We gonna keep the speed limit at 55, and we gonna let people keep dying. We're not doing that. We're not stopping that. People dying every day from cancer. We're not changing stores to make the neighborhoods more healthy. People dying from the flu every year. We got thousands of people who die from the flu. They're not doing nothing to change that.
So I feel like we and me, you on the same right now. That you feel like this is like a new lifestyle, right?
Not a new lifestyle, but I feel like the way the media is portraying it and what's really happening are two different things. Like I was having a discussion with my guys the other day, and I'm like, did anybody notice that the news has stopped reporting about death tolls?
Mm-hmm.
Like
about a lot of shit though, not even just death tolls.
Yeah, but like think about
it. The protests, the cops that killed people, they just stopped. They went right back to coronavirus.
And in March, even when it first broke out, or February, whenever it started, I think it was like late February, early March, everything you heard was death toll, 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 everything. New York Times, death toll, Citizens Act, death toll. Now it's like cases.
What if there wasn't so many people that's dying now?
But if that's the case, right? Where's the real truth? Because how are we having more cases, but the death toll is declining? So you mean to tell me as more cases are going up, less people are dying? What's that?
More tests, more numbers, obviously. But I think they said today that I think it was like California or Texas or some other place had like 9,000 new cases or some shit like that. But what does that mean?
To me, the shit means absolutely nothing, bro. Because if the cases are going up and less people are dying than they were during the height of the pandemic.
Well, we don't know that yet.
He's lying.
We don't know that yet.
Pump for your mom.
Oh, where is it?
It's right. Look over here. You see a pink bag? It's all medicines. Just dump it out and take a pump out. Just dump it over there. See the pump right there? This one? Throw everything back in. Thank
you. Yep. See, I told you. I thought I was lying when I said I was on the road. I'm on the road, baby. I'm on the road, but we here at the pod. My bad.
Yeah, you're better than me because hopefully next week I could be on this shit. So I'm gonna be in the woods, guys, again, like with the fucking there's moose and shit over there, and
coyotes and mountain lions,
coyotes and all that. So I might not have no service. So, but we're gonna try to make it work somehow. But whatever. Regardless. Yeah, man. So I just think that, like, we got our friends going down there, and I've been sending him like, what the hell? I don't know what the hell she's talking about, but we got our friends going down there, and I've been sending him like articles and everything, like yo, just be careful. I just want you guys to be careful because then when y'all come back over here, y'all chilling on the block, y'all drinking, y'all smoking hookah, y'all chilling, and y'all chilling over here. But just be careful, man, because we don't know. We don't know who's telling the truth, like you're saying. Like we don't know if the cases numbers is real. We don't know if the death toll is going up or down. We don't know shit, and they're not gonna tell us.
Somebody's not.
But if I don't know if you noticed it or anybody else noticed it or if they did, but fucking we're never gonna know anything. Like they're never gonna tell us the truth about anything. They don't tell us the truth about coronavirus. They don't tell us the truth about nothing. They don't tell us the truth about aliens, mermaids, nothing. So why do we feel like they're gonna tell us the truth about this?
That's a great point. It makes me question everything about the media's purpose in general when you say something like that. It makes me question CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, CBS, NBC, all those letters, random letters that they put together for news stations. It makes me question all of it. I always question. That's one thing one of my teachers taught me in school that actually applies to real life is question everything. Never take something for face value. And when you
also
go ahead. Oh, when you actually start to really think deep past what they're just showing you on television, which is television programming. Television programming, meaning it's created to program you to think a certain way. Once you look past television programming, it's like, oh, that doesn't make that much sense. I was
gonna say that the TV is there to scare us in a certain way. It's like sheep herders, bro. They're like with sheep. Like they're gonna put us in this direction and think this and get scared about this and tell us about everything that they want to tell us, what they want to tell us about. So are we ever gonna know? I don't think so. But who are we to say that, right?
Yeah, but
two little podcasters.
I think we can know. You can find the truth. Maybe not the whole truth, but you could go deeper than what the news is telling you. Like there's information, there are sources out there. If you really want to get deep, if you really want to go deeper than rap, you can. You just got to do the research. Most people don't want to go past.
The problem is, and I agree with you on certain things.
Okay.
And I'm only saying certain things because it's so am I, Warren. I'm a conspiracy theorist also. So, but certain things you go and find research on, right? But this coronavirus stuff, there are doctors saying that they fudging the numbers. You know what I'm saying? You're never gonna know this shit. Like they're not telling us the truth, and we just gotta live and learn. I guess, like you said, let the people live and learn. Let them do what they're gonna do. But we never gonna know the truth. So we gotta. How are we gonna find out ourselves if they lying to us in every fucking thing?
Bro, Trump told y'all that the World Health Organization, WHO, is working to protect China. He said this.
China.
He said this multiple times, but y'all don't want to believe him, right? Y'all don't want to believe him. He told y'all the World Health Organization is working with China to coerce their numbers. Mm-hmm. China. This is what he said. But y'all don't want to believe him. Y'all want to believe CNN when they tell you China's telling the truth and China's doing what they need to do. Blah, 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 blah. There's a reason why in January, remember, he made the travel ban from China. Or I was like, a matter of fact, I could be wrong. I think it was February. It was in February. Before
he did it early.
That's what I'm saying. Before the first coronavirus death hit the US, it was already a travel ban from China and Europe. And then he told us China is in cahoots with who? The World Health Organization. But then y'all want to go to the World Health Organization for the answers. How, Sway? How? I'm not saying I'm a Trump supporter. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is, just got to question. You got to question everything. 40 Cent in the building. Make some noise.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say I'm a Trump supporter, but I do agree with some of the stuff that he has done and some of the things that he says. I mean, I try to judge everything from as like I try to take biasness out. That's what I try to do especially when it comes to politics and stuff. If it's a good bill, it's a good bill. If it's a good quote, it's a good quote. If it's a bad quote, it's a bad quote. If it's a bad bill, it's a bad bill. No matter what party you on, whether you're Republican, Democrat, Independent, that I don't care about. Is it good for the people? Yes or no? That's how I try to see it. So now when you have one knee Nancy Pelosi come on live TV and say George, she didn't even say George Floyd. She called him like George Floyd or George Clyde, something like that. And y'all don't take offense to that. That's cool. When Joe Biden says 100 million people die from coronavirus, y'all don't want to care about that. That's cool. It's your life. I'm not tripping. But now, when Trump makes a mistake, don't beat him up. Let it be a mistake. When Joe Biden says you're not black and you don't want to vote for me, y'all don't care about that. That's cool. Again, that's cool. I'm not tripping. I'm just saying, be consistent. If you're gonna let mistakes slide, let mistakes slide. That's all I'm saying. Just be fair.
That's what he's saying.
That's all I'm saying. Am I wrong? Am I wrong for saying that? Am I wrong for thinking?
Nah. You got your own opinions, man. People are gonna think you're wrong, yeah, of course, but everybody thinks somebody's wrong. What's wrong?
And that's the beauty of America, is to have an opinion. But the issue with people that look like us is that once you have a different opinion from the woke community, and I put that in quotations, woke, because all that it makes the woke community makes no sense if there's rules and boundaries to being woke. So once you disrespect the woke community, you get exiled. Look at J. Cole. J. Cole was a pillar.
Man.
He was the model of excellence. The model of perfection.
Still the model.
And y'all bombed him for one song. But y'all let Doja Cat live. How?
That's because it goes back to our conversation where everybody is so fucking sensitive. It doesn't matter. You just like I just think we're in the scariest time of our lives. It's like nothing you could do right. There's nothing that you could do everything wrong. There's nothing you could do right. We in a fucking scary time, bro.
It's scary, and the sad part is that it's only going to get worse because people feel like they're entitled to everything. Like, let's go right into the your man Bubba Smollett. Let's talk about
Bubba Smollett. Oh man,
Bubba Smollett, right? He goes on. He says, "Yo, I walk into my garage. I find a noose. The FBI comes in and does an investigation. They said the noose been there, and it was actually a tool to open and close the garage. That was the purpose of it being there. This is what they said. And then NASCAR does an investigation all of a sudden, and then come to find out the noose is not what the FBI said it was, and now they want to consider it a hate crime. Somebody's lying. The two stories don't add up. And until then, I'm gonna call him Bubba Smollett because he went on and apologized.
He didn't apologize.
Now I gotta find the statement.
He was mad that they colonized character because what happened was that noose that was there. They said NASCAR did an investigation and they had like I don't know, maybe 100 or 200 like garages, and that pulley system was only in 6, so it wasn't a thing for it to just close the garage door. But my thing is with this, right, is the only people that knew who could get into that NASCAR thing is people from NASCAR and people from the garages. That's it. Nobody else get in there. If they know that was his garage that he was going to go to. Because if they knew that was his garage and they put it there a long time ago, I mean, I don't know. It's a funny situation, but I don't think he's lying.
Bro, the FBI said it was there 9 months ago.
But he probably just seen it. He just got there though.
This is what I'm saying. So it's been there.
But it was a noose though. How did they know who was going to use that? Why is it a noose only in his though? Why is it out of it's only 6 out of 300 fucking garages?
Listen, look.
What
Like,
is this is the roll of the dice that he just got that garage and was a nuisance? He's a black man.
it was in Garage 29. It was used to open the garage door. I don't know for sure if they had other nooses in different garages. I don't know that for a fact. I'm sure if NASCAR did know that, they would not tell us because they're on the side of trying to look like they're on the side of social justice. So even if there were nooses in other garages, NASCAR is not going to tell us that because they have a narrative that they're trying to build. They want to look progressive. They want to take down the Confederate flag. But now,
I think NASCAR did the right thing though.
when it comes to what?
It all.
No, I disagree.
It all. I think they do. I think they investigated. They never. Man, it's like, I just sent it to this nigga. He got down in like 2 seconds.
It means he's ready. He's ready. It's been a while.
It was like 2 seconds. I swear to God, I didn't even know what to send. Like,
it's been a while. He's here.
I've been ready. I've been ready. I've been ready.
I literally pressed send and you came on.
Nah, first of all, you know what I mean? I'm here, baby.
Yes.
I'm
There
here.
we go. There we go.
Wait, I'm sorry. She's scared. I don't know if y'all hear the fireworks in the background, but she's scared of the fireworks.
No, yo, you know the crazy thing is everybody keeps saying that, like, yo, fireworks keep my son up. My son does not get up for shit.
Nah,
He goes to
she'll,
sleep.
She'll watch it, but the sound is crazy. On this side, they shooting them from every block, every direction.
No, they right in the park behind my house, like on the 3 stories too, and you hear them boom, 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 boom all night. And my son does not woke up. No,
Leave that alone. You about to advertise for mommy? That's what you about to do?
So what you think about that? What we calling that? Bubba Smollett?
Man, Bubba
First of all,
Smollett.
no, we're not gonna call it that because first of all, he didn't report anything. His crew did.
He actually went and said, "Listen, my crew, let's look at this before I bring it up."
Exactly. His crew
Because
reported. So let's talk facts.
and he went
Like
to
you
NASCAR,
said-
and I think NASCAR did the right thing.
Yes. So like you said, there was 50 checks and like 6 of them are still in use.
Mhm.
And
It was like
it wasn't even his garage. That was a garage that they put him in because of what was going on and stuff like that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, get
Say that
the
one more
facts.
time. I didn't hear
Don't call him
that.
Smollett. Don't call him Smollett.
Say
Don't do that.
one more time. I didn't hear that point.
All right, hold on. Let me see. Maybe it's my headphones.
No, you good. He just missed it.
Oh, so basically they're saying that wasn't his garage from jump. Casey, don't do that. Wait, don't do that. But he was using that garage for it was like a spare garage or something like that. So that's the reason why it's probably been there for that long and nobody saw it.
Oh, so it wasn't a used garage.
No, exactly. So there's a whole bunch of stories out there, baby. Don't call him Smollett just yet. Don't call him that just yet.
I'm a futuristic thinker, so I'm calling him Smollett now, while people not ready to do it. But when this
don't do that.
when this resurfaces in the next month or so, we're gonna go back to episode 11, and I'll be like, "Remember, y'all told me."
So you want me Jackie Robinson to call a nigga Smollett? That's what you're trying to do. That's what you're saying.
All I'm saying is, when the facts come out, the same way everybody believed Jesse Smollett when the thing first happened.
Oh, I never believed him. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Please, baby.
I think she caught you with the right
Please.
hook.
She definitely did. She can stop.
Yo, that was crazy.
Trying to take my eye out.
I don't think he's lying. I don't think he's lying, and I think NASCAR did a great job.
If he never reported it, how can he be lying? His crew reported it.
That's fine.
Now,
That's fine.
now whether he told his crew to report it or not, that's between them. I don't know.
So
But-
my thing is, right?
Go ahead.
Unless they knew that they was putting him there for a reason, how was it such a roll of the dice that I ended up in his garage?
But my thing is, it didn't just end up; it been there. So, like, the issue is really intent.
So who was there before that then?
I don't know. Clearly,
No,
somebody didn't take it
no.
to it.
So what they're saying is that they're not been there because they use it. They use it for specific reasons. But they try to say it was a certain kind of knot, and if you look at it, it's definitely a noose. I don't care what they say.
It is.
It's a noose. But now, depending on what you use it for, determines the intent, like you said.
Mhm.
And like I said, he never reported it himself. So maybe he knows about it, or maybe they know about it and they know about using it. We don't know.
Man, listen. Like I said, he's Bubba Smollett until proven innocent.
That's messed up, yo. See, guilty until proven innocent. That's messed up.
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
You ain't no better than them. How about that?
Yeah, because I'm listening to the FBI report. The FBI came in, they did their
And the
investigation.
cops sit there and we go back and forth because we have an issue with cops saying that we're guilty until proven innocent, where it's supposed to be otherwise. So how can you say that and then be on the side of justice and responsibility when it comes down to it?
You ask, all right, so that's a two-part question. Can you ask those two questions one more time? Because I'm gonna answer both.
All right, so you're pretty much painting a person guilty until proven innocent. And what I'm saying is, how can you do that when we're in a battle to prove that our people are innocent until proven guilty, but they treat us the otherwise?
It's not more so. I'm saying that. I'm more so saying that I believe in the FBI investigation when they came in and they said that the intention of the noose was to operate the garage. Not the hate crime. That's what I'm agreeing with.
All right, but
He's saying Bubba Smollett is saying that this was put in there intentionally because I'm a black man. I don't believe it.
I just told you that Bubba Smollett. Look, you got me calling him Bubba Smollett. Look,
I won.
He never reported it in the first place. His crew did because they saw it before him, and they brought it to him, and he left it alone. This is the report that's out.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to do facts. We always go through this. I'm not saying you. I'm saying us as people. Everybody, black, white, Spanish, everybody. We all go through this process, and we start paying people wrongfully before we do the research.
But how does that make it a hate crime depending on who reports it?
I don't think that they.
But he never said that. That's what I'm trying to say.
It was going to as a hate crime. I think he just
nah.
They reported it, said it was a noose, and then they investigated to see if it was a hate crime. That's why NASCAR did what they had to do. They investigated. They did whatever they had to do to do it, and all his peoples in NASCAR. Like I thought I think that was a beautiful sight because let's just say it was news. They all pushed his car to the front. They did everything you gotta do. I think NASCAR, because I don't watch NASCAR, and NASCAR is like the whitest sport in the world to me. I can't watch a car drive around a circle like 1,000 times.
That was mad racist, but I'm with you.
It is. But
that was mad racist, but whatever.
It's all right. That's like
no, but think about it. See, so we got to be responsible for what we say now, because you got to realize this. At the end of the day, if a white person sat there and said baseball is the most Spanish thing you could do, you'll be upset, right?
I don't know. It is.
But some people will be upset, right?
I'm with you.
So we got to be more responsible. Kev, don't say nothing because Kev, I know you watch.
He's here.
He's here. He's definitely here. I started being more conscious and more responsible what I say because they keep saying that black, Spanish people, brown people, anybody else but white can be racist, and I honestly don't believe that. I don't.
Say that again. Anybody but white can't be racist,
and that's what they're saying.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
I just told you. Because basically, the definition is basically they're saying that you can't, because we can't oppress anybody else. We're not racist, and I feel like that's wrong because racism and being a racist has nothing to do with oppression. Oppression is oppression.
Okay.
But
okay,
if you can be racist and put somebody in the category based on their color of skin or their culture or their background and stuff like that, that's racism. That's not oppression. Oppression is oppression. Racism is racism. In my opinion, I'm not saying anybody's right or wrong, but in my opinion, I don't see how nobody else but white people could be racist.
No. So
you go down to a Confederate flag flying state like South Carolina as a black man, and you say something about white cracker and see if they don't think that you were racist down there.
Yeah, everybody's racist. We're gonna be real.
I'm saying that to agree with you.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
So
we have to stop
that NASCAR is one of the whitest sports in the world.
I would never say that.
Oh man, I would.
And don't get me wrong, I'm a racist because again, I don't preach hate, I don't spew hate, I don't do none of that. No, don't do that. But what it is that there is a separation. between
Right.
class, gender, culture, everything that you wanna talk about. There is a separation.
But then
And we
again,
have
that brings me back to one thing that like, what can we say then? Like everything is just so it's so PG now. I can't just speak.
See,
Everything is sensitive. Like I cannot say anything unless it's sensitive.
it's not that. It's just that we have to acknowledge it. We don't acknowledge it. So now, even when white people sit there and say, "Well, y'all just is racist," we'll say we can't be racist. So that's a problem. And then when we sit there and say y'all are racist,
No,
they
no,
gonna know
I don't.
that.
I don't think that.
Because you got people like Umar Scam Johnson, Tariq the Sneak Elite, preaching things like black people can't be racist. This is the problem. But we don't want to hold people like that accountable. Race baiters
I don't
like that.
think
Those are the people that
Wait,
preach that type
so-
of stuff.
So let me speak on this. Everything is prejudice, and that's the whole point. But prejudice, racism, all that goes into one. Because if you sit there and say, even if a white person sat there and said that all we do is eat fried chicken and drink Kool-Aid or grape soda or this, that, and the other, not one time do they say that they hate us for doing it. They just putting us in a category and basically they're prejudging us because I don't do none of those. I don't drink Kool-Aid, I don't drink grape soda, and I don't eat fried chicken. That's not hating, but that's putting me in the class. Is it not? I'm not sure if y'all can hear me. I'm sorry because I know she's
No,
Nah, I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah, you're
All right,
good.
I'm just making sure.
It goes in and out, but we can hear you.
All right. But that I was just answering what she just said. Can we put black people in the category of prejudice? But so when do we take white people out of that category of being prejudiced?
Bro, I think people
You know what
just
I'm
say
saying?
prejudice and don't even understand what the word means, bro. People say racist and don't even understand what the word means. I guarantee you, if you walk into any black coalition and you ask 100 black people what does racist mean, you're gonna come up with 99 different answers.
You're right.
That's the real problem. If you really want to get technical about it, is
What I
that we
wanna
don't have a
do-
definition for it.
What I want to do with y'all is I want to share one of y'all two. I want to share a video with one of y'all or both of y'all because technically it's gonna end up in the group if it does.
Mhm.
And it's a Muslim man explaining to a white man what the actual definition of racism is, because we let it blind us and
Put
separate
it
us.
on the page.
I will definitely do that.
There
I
you
had
go.
to look it up because I had another friend who was black, and I had to explain it to her. And I keep telling people that racism is not technically it's not hate. It's actually love. It's love for your own so much. And white people get it to a point where they don't want to see nobody else do better. But we go back to in the 60s when Elijah Muhammad was preaching. He was preaching racism, and he's preaching black love and black unity and but it was all black. So what he did was he made sure that he made it evil so that people will start loving each other. Because without something to go against, a lot of people don't come together. So right now, the police is what's making us come together. I hate to say that, it sucks, but we're using that as a platform.
So you're saying that everything that's happening right now, the police and killings, and it's making us come together.
Everything that's happening now is about racism, but the police and police brutality is what's bringing us together.
Oh yeah, I agree.
And that's the impact that it's having on everybody. All right.
Oh, Kev in the building. Shout out to my guy Kev. Hey, yo, Kev, make sure you waving your American flag proudly, my brother.
These two Trump supporters here.
When he wave it out, I'll take a knee. It's all right. We good, baby.
Cool. And that right there is the beauty of America.
Exactly.
You're able to do both.
No, wait.
Yeah,
You
but
can't write on this.
Do y'all think that
if you write on this, mommy's gonna kill
NASCAR
me.
was right for taking down the American flag, Confederate flag?
We already went through that.
Huh?
No, I'm
We already
here now.
went
I'm
through
here now.
that.
No. I'm
You
here
said
now.
no.
I'm here now.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
You said no. Yeah, we hit that. We hit that, but we both felt the same way. Like no, because it's like you're erasing a part of history.
I definitely no. It's not even that. See, forget about history for a second because our history has been told wrongfully for hundreds of years. Forget about history. You have to realize it's freedom of speech. It's freedom of expression. And every time you tell them to snatch down a statue or stop waving your flag, you're taking away from their rights, which ultimately will take away from our rights.
So you
And
think
people
the
do not-
statues and everything coming down is the same? Like you don't agree with it?
I don't. I definitely don't.
Wait.
Because if they was to
You know
say
why?
they taking down the red, black, and green flag, black people would be pissed at something like that.
First of all, I'm trying to no BS. I'm in Con Ed, and I'm about to fight with them because I want to I sat there and watched a dude for 6 months. Teacher, you gotta all right. So you gotta get down now. No, you gotta get down now. But I sat there and watched a dude waving American flags for 6 months, driving up and down the Bronx with no problem. Nobody said nothing. So I want to see if I can hang a Pan-African flag and do the same exact thing, a big ass Pan-African flag. And if y'all say something, then I'm just gonna point to him and say, y'all allowed him to do that. Why can't I do that? That's ultimately my plan. That's my goal. I was supposed to do that for Juneteenth, and I can't find a big enough flag because I'm flying that dumb high and dumb far. I don't care how far. As long as it don't interrupt traffic, I'm flying.
Just make
So-
that shit.
I'm not.
So how does that? What
Yeah.
what are you trying to like get across by doing that?
I want the people in my job and my line of business to be just as proud of being black as white people are at being American. And it's not a shot against them. It's just the fact that we constantly get put into a box. We get painted. Even in my own job in Con Ed, it's an open book. But at the same time, there's a lot of racism in Con Ed. There is. Don't get it twisted. And I sit there and I watch it. I call it up. And I put a lot of my job on the line because most people will be like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not saying this. I'm not doing that. And I'm like, nah, I'm gonna say what I gotta say.
Mhm.
Y'all have to understand that. I call it. I don't know if y'all ever watched any Paul Mooney stand up, but he calls it the complexion for the protection. That's what I call it every time. And it's a joke, but it's not a joke.
Mhm.
Too many times in this country, in different scenarios, people have the complexion for the protection, meaning white people have more rights and more ways of doing things than black people or Spanish people or anybody else. And that's why they feel comfortable with even coming up to a black person or a Spanish person and telling them either go back to the country or get out this park. You ain't supposed to be here. You ain't supposed to do this. You ain't like. How do you feel comfortable telling somebody that? That's the complexion for the protection. You're so protected that white privilege is helping you out so much that you feel comfortable with going up to a random person and telling them they ain't supposed to do this, that, and the other.
All right.
Let me ask you a question now.
I got a follow-up question too.
Go ahead, because I know mine. Go ahead.
All right. So like, has there ever been a time when you've been in your space at work and you feel like you had to hold your tongue out of fear that this could come back to haunt you? So like, has there ever been like a line where it's like you thought like maybe I should not cross that because that could potentially come back to fire back?
So, not to say I held my tongue wrongfully. How about that? Is that a better response? I thought that I had to hold my tongue for that reason. And then I got shot. Like I got shop scored earlier than everybody else.
Mhm.
Like basically, most people were like, "Yo, you should focus on your career and not focus on the responsibility of upholding the shop." And then other people were like, "Nah, Warren, you've been the voice for us. Every time we get into a meeting before shop store, before anything, you said you gave the right responses, you asked the right questions. So why don't you just be shop store?" And then from that point on, it was like, you know what? Obviously, I can't hold my tongue because maybe I'm holding my tongue because somebody that doesn't feel like they have the voice to make that response, or have the voice to sit there and say, "I've been treated wrongfully, and I want to do something about it. I want to say something about it." And that's why I stopped doing that. So not to say that I felt like that. It's more along the lines of I did it wrongfully, thinking that I had to do that. And now for the past 3 or so years or 4 years, I'm not holding my tongue. I'm not doing none of that. I say what I got to say. You don't like it too bad. And now our department, believe it or not, my department has a black manager, a black planner, We have Spanish and black supervisors. Most of my shop is about 60% black and Spanish. So like we are the majority in the Bronx.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. We technically took over because we stopped talking. We stopped not talking about it. We had the conversation. And that's what changed.
Sorry.
So-
No, my bad. No, I was gonna say I gotta actually get ready to leave because I'm about to head back to the Bronx.
Okay.
But appreciate y'all. Definitely, man. Carry the conversation. I'm gonna be listening while I'm in the car driving back to the Bronx, and appreciate y'all, man. Definitely.
If you want,
Hopefully
just send the link to your phone, and then you can keep it on your ear. You can still talk while you're driving if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Let me know. Hit me up. Let me know. But I
Make
got a
sure,
question, Warren.
wait. Make sure it's hands free though, brother. Don't
Yeah.
drive and hold out your phone. I mean,
No,
that's all.
headphones. I said headphones. Put it in his headphones.
But
Yo,
you gotta
yeah,
make
yeah,
sure it's
yeah,
conscious
man.
and all that.
That's it.
Exactly.
Appreciate you keeping me on my square, brother.
All right.
Yeah, he has a long drive. I mean, it's about an hour and some change. So, yo, drive safe, bro.
All right, bro.
We're gonna keep this here. The third member of the band is here.
I'm gonna try to do my thing. That's all I'm gonna do.
All right.
All right, so I got a question.
Okay.
And I spoke to one of my mans who works at the hospital. I spoke to a cop, and I spoke to I just thought, right? And I seen that video. Did you see that video of the black guy getting mad that the white lady cut him off and gave him the finger?
No, I didn't.
All right. So white lady cut the dude off, gave him the finger, and I guess she was driving and she parked up and he went behind her and
Thank you.
now he found a reason to say that she was racist, right? Do you feel like now we're looking for any type of reason to call somebody a racist?
Yes, I felt like that even before this. I definitely felt like that. Like,
Because we live in New York. You know how many times we curse somebody out or they cut us off and whatever like that? And
but
yeah,
you also have to remember. You also have to remember that my definition of racism is different than everybody else's.
Right. So, but my question is, right? Well, since me and you was on the same page with that, I was hoping you didn't have it. But how am I wilding? Tell me how I'm wilding.
Stop.
So I spoke to somebody who works in the hospital, right? And they said like white supervisors are scared to even tell any black employee anything now. Do you see that in your job?
Honestly, I think the world is scared to tell
No,
black
I
people.
agree. I agree. Anything. He said that he can't even like tell them to do something, and then now their rebuttal is, oh, because you're telling me because I'm black. Oh, that's racist. Like
You know what I think? I think we just need to have the conversation. And I think the problem is we've been avoiding the conversation for so long that this is what's boiling over.
Mhm.
This is what's happening. TT, can you stop? Thank you. Stop. No, you don't. Give me 1 second. No, see, because you're doing too much.
you're welcome to the 40.
Because she's doing too much.
I'm going to.
I apologize. I'm sorry.
No, real quick. I bought this nasty ass Jack Daniels.
Which one?
Something new. The Tennessee Apple.
Nah, you're supposed to.
Not it.
Nah, Jack Daniels.
I like the honey.
Nah, get the Gentleman's Jack. Gentleman's Jack is the smoothest Jack I ever had in my life.
Oh my god, it's so good. But I like drinking the Jack Honey because it's so smooth. I could just drink that shit straight. I tried a little something different today. Bad decision. I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't do it.
Like, I'm gonna drink it though.
Well, I mean, that's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
But
Bad decision on my part. But yeah, I wanted to know, like, because I spoke to him, and he was like, at the hospital, that there's white supervisors who are not racist, so they scared to say anything in anywhere. Like,
first of all,
it's pretty good.
this is going to be the unpopular opinion,
Okay.
but everybody is racist.
Yeah, I agree in some way.
Because you have to realize, like I said, my definition of racism has nothing to do with hate. So you have to realize even when a white person kills a black person, they don't get charged with racism. They get charged with a hate crime.
Oh, I hate crime.
See what I'm saying? And that's what we push for. And that's the reason why we keep. First of all, we keep losing because we keep charging a hate crime, and it's not a hate crime. Because now at one point did they hate this person? The racism aspect is putting somebody in a category or like all right. So for instance,
You're not born a racist, bro.
no, never, no. You're not born to hate either.
My son is Spanish and white, and all his family and to him is black. You know what I mean? And he looks up and he's like, he's not born a racist.
Yeah.
You're taught that some type of way in your life by some parents or some friends or something like that.
Well,
it's taught.
Now watch this, right? So my friend, she put up a post, and it was a video, and it was a whole bunch of stats. I don't know if I spoke about this the last time I was on the podcast, but she put up a post. It was a whole bunch of stats about how the black community has the highest rate of violence, has a higher rate of this and this, that, and the other, and it was so much that was going. And so,
in general or towards black people?
No, she said the black community.
Oh, okay.
So now, she said her question was, based on these stats, are cops still racist? And I said, absolutely. And she said, what do you mean? First, she asked me if I even watched the video or I'm just making an assumption. So I felt some type of way about that. And I was like, well, first of all, I did watch the video. And I said, the problem with the video was
I think I saw this little argument you guys had on Facebook. It was on Facebook, right? It was like the comment.
Definitely was. Yeah,
I think I've seen this. So just brief everybody because I've seen it.
So yeah, like the video, I watched the video. The video went on for like 20 minutes, and it was a whole bunch of stats about black people being the most violent in the country, and the neighborhoods are the worst, and this, that, and the other. And it was crazy. So, are you gonna be all right now? All right. So, I had the pleasure to have the conversation because I don't want to call it an argument. I would rather call it a debate. If anything, it's a debate. It's educational. So, what I explained to her is that those stats might be true about how violent the neighborhood is, this, that, and the other, but that stat. No, I'm not opening this. Here, take this, and this. That's it. So, the stats will never show the fact that a black person or a Spanish person like you or me in these neighborhoods that go to work every day or pay taxes or do the right thing every time. Because you can talk about the violence, you can talk about the drug dealing and this, that, and the other. But what do you do when you treat a person like me or you in these neighborhoods the same way that you treat somebody with violent crimes and this, that, and the other before you even know who they are? It's basically because they're black or Spanish, and you think that the Spanish culture is this way. You think black people are gonna always go this way and stuff like that. So you're already aggressive before you can get there. That's racism, and that's not fair to somebody like me or you or anybody else that goes to work every day or does whatever. Now, violent crimes are violent crimes. Felonies are felonies, but then that's also saying that you got to remember if the same way they'll send a person in jail is supposed to be rehabilitation. Mm-hmm. So when you come out of jail, technically you're supposed to be rehabilitated, right? Mm-hmm. But when you come out of jail, what's the first thing they do? They always tell you your criminal background, your this, that, and the other, and they hold you to that, right? Mm-hmm. Which means that people can't have a second chance in life. So that's why there's
depending on
exactly. So that's why there's a prison reform right now. It's also the reason why there's a whole bunch of backlash in the black community because you can't treat everybody the same way because we come from a community of you about to get in trouble again. Thank you. Leave this alone. All right. See? Bye.
Parent life, bro. Parent life.
Bye. Bye-bye. So, this is what goes on in our community all the time. Our community just keeps getting labeled over and over again because there's a certain percentage of people that do commit crimes.
Right.
And it's higher in our community than it is in their community. And that's it.
But
Not to say that it doesn't
I honestly
happen in
don't
their
even think it's higher in our community than this community. I just think that a lot of times you see out their community don't they get off.
Well, you have to realize it is higher in our community. And the reason why it's higher in our community is because it's also disproportionate when it comes to hiring in our community. It's also not taking care of and helping out our community. You'll just sit there and just throw welfare on us, and that's it.
Okay.
So that's why it is higher, because people want a better advance in life and stuff like that, but you won't hire in our community. If that was the case, and I've read this is just crazy. If racism and race was never a problem, then why do you have to put it on a job application?
Hey.
And then never.
I never thought about that. I never thought about that.
I've been working since I was 16 years old. That's 20 years now, and I never thought about that until last week when I read that.
Now that you say that, they have white. When I gotta click mine, I gotta click like. I think it's like another. It says other, and then I gotta click like.
First of all, you probably gotta click like Spanish, non-white, or Spanish or something.
No,
like
but
that. Like, it's two different categories.
I do. Now that you say that, I do.
See what I'm saying? So if race was never a problem, then why do we have to do that?
I just feel like I think that we're heading in the right direction, but then again, I don't know if we will ever be in where we want to be. I don't think there's gonna. I don't know. It's like I just honestly think that we're in a scary time. And
I think what it is this. Like I said before, and I definitely said this in this podcast. I think not all white people. So if anybody in here is white and y'all please don't feel offended.
Yeah, no. Listen, we're not telling anything.
Yeah,
we're not
exactly,
generalizing. We're just saying that there are bad white people. There are bad black people.
Not even bad. No. See, I don't even want to call
I'm just
bad.
saying there are people that out there that do certain things that we don't condone, and we're not just saying it's everyone.
Well, no. What I was going to say was there's white, what they call nationalists. That's the new word now. And the nationalists are in fear of losing their position of power in this country.
Oh,
and
yeah.
That's what's going on.
Did you see that? I don't know if the video was real, but the shit with Charles Barkley and some white guy.
Yes.
Did you see that? He said, "I feel like I'm going to be the minority because you guys are getting more." He said something that blew my fucking mind, and I was like, "This is not real."
And remember, that was years ago. That wasn't like 6 months ago or 4 months ago.
That was
about
recent.
2 years ago. That was about 2 years ago.
Oh,
Because what
what
happened was Charles Barkley was get out of here, be like. But what happened was Charles Barkley was on the side of, say, black people, where he don't believe in the Democratic Party, and he feels like we're creating the victimized sense of tone in our own community. So he went out. Yeah, that's why he started.
It was like I don't know if it was a white supremacist.
So what happened was Charles Barkley started that. You should watch that whole thing, because that whole thing is important. That was just one episode of that. So he was going around the country.
Okay.
Yeah, he was going around the country and he was talking to different people, trying to get their opinions about what's going on and how everything is shifting. And that was one of the episodes where he said, I forgot that dude's name, but he's a known white nationalist that speaks his mind. And I appreciate, like, if people don't appreciate it, I appreciate the fact that you spoke your mind.
Though. I didn't believe it.
I believe it.
I didn't believe it. The reason why I didn't believe it is because I listened to it with my girl, and excuse me, sorry. And I just feel like white nationalists or white supremacists or whatever the hell you want to say. I don't feel like they talk like that. I don't think that they really think that they have white privilege, and like she can explain it better. But I just think that was, I didn't know how real that was. But I just, and what he's saying was blowing my mind. And
so you
I could be wrong. Huh?
No, it's not that you're wrong. So
I can be wrong though.
You have to
Because
look at the evidence.
and I don't think that I believed that guy. Just that one guy, not anybody.
All
When he
right,
was
so
talking-
look at the kids in Charlottesville, Virginia, about 2 or 3 years ago, which sparked this kind of conversation because they felt like their history was being threatened, and their statues was getting pulled down and stuff like that. So they marched with tiki torches and all this craziness. And Trump, this is the reason why it was a problem, because Trump called them just students or whatever, and then black people were marching somewhere else, and he was calling them thugs. Oh, matter of fact, he was calling Kaepernick a thug for kneeling during the national anthem. Meanwhile, these
I
kids,
hate that thug word.
that's the nigga word. That's the new nigga word. You know that?
The thug is just a black guy.
Yeah,
That's what that means.
that's what it is.
I hate it. There's thugs out there looting, but then there's the white lady over there. That's just what I've seen on CNN.
Or even in Georgia, when
she works there because she's taking this stuff. I hate that.
no,
thug
but
word.
even
Hate
in
that
Georgia, the black dude that got killed in the Wendy's, the white woman was the one that burned it down and didn't say nothing.
Well, if you want to bring that up, you want to talk about that because
Oh, we didn't talk about. I don't know if y'all see again. I wasn't here for a whole week.
We can talk about that, and I'm gonna say something right now. I don't agree with all the backlash right now. To the extreme.
I'm back and forth about it.
Listen, my man's fought with the cops, took his taser, pointed it at him, and was gonna shoot him. Long story short, somebody points something at you. As a cop, because I spoke to a cop about this after, because I wanted to understand why can't you shoot at the legs? Why can't you shoot at the thing?
I know why. I can tell you why. Before you do that.
Because they say hit the biggest target to drop him.
Yes.
Not to kill. Not to kill. Shoot them, whatever like that. And if you run in your legs, you can miss or whatever like that. But if you try to shoot at me, why does it mean that he had to die? Not a chance. You know what I'm saying?
So you want to talk about it? We can talk about it. Now watch this. So let me ask you a question. If a mentally challenged person that you knew was mentally challenged, right? And you went up to them and had the conversation with them and they smacked the shit out you, would you automatically smack them back?
That I knew was mentally challenged?
You knew right for a fact that he was mentally, when you walked up, like you didn't know from jump, but when you walked up, you realized having a conversation that there was something wrong. And then all of a sudden he just hauled over and smacked you. Would you smack him back?
I don't know.
You wouldn't smack him back. You wouldn't smack him back.
Mentally challenged though? Like what are you saying?
So you have to remember the whole video. Don't forget about the last part of the video.
I'm only saying that because I've spoke to a cop who did it, and I've spoke to people about it also. Like I'm saying both of their views in one.
Understand?
Like because ever since we started this shit, I started to do more research with people and talk about shit.
Watch it now. Watch this.
I'm
so
just
watch.
saying,
Forget about the mentally challenged. Forget about all of that. Watch this. I got an even better point for you. If somebody was robbing your house right now, and they were turning around and running out the door, and you shot him in his back, who's wrong?
He's wrong.
Who?
He robbed me.
No, the law states that you can't shoot that man in the back.
I agree, but we're talking about if I think it's wrong.
No. Watch this. No. Wait.
I'm wrong.
Listen.
I'm not saying that the cop was right for shooting him in the back. No, I agree with you. That's wrong.
So that's where the backlash comes in because again,
it
was my own home.
Yeah.
And he's running away. Look, even we can watch that movie, American History X.
I love that movie though. I love that movie.
I love that movie to death.
That's a great fucking movie.
He got charged because they left the house. Remember that?
Oh
they
yeah.
were no longer a threat anymore.
Yep.
That's law. It is over. So now how can and we're talking about equality between what happens to regular people that kill people and what happens to cops that kill people.
Right.
So how, if you shot him in his bag and he was running away, because technically you were chasing him at that point. You didn't call. If you were radioing, no, you saw him. He was in a sleep state he wasn't doing nothing. But
I think they was wrong from the beginning. I think they should have woke him up, asked him what he was there, that whatever. Did that? They should never pulled him out, never did anything like that, right?
No, they should have. They should have. And I've been a victim. I mean, not a victim. I've been a product of that situation where, and I got let go. I was visibly drunk.
Me too.
I'm not even gonna lie.
Me and my man Carlos fell asleep in front of 7-Eleven, right next to the prison. We fell asleep. We went to go buy some like donuts or some shit like that. We smacked, fell asleep. We woke up, and the cop knocked on the door. Was like, "Yo, y'all drunk?" And he said no, and I was like, "Yeah," but because we were smacked, they let me go. I drove that shit, but he was like, "Yo, can y'all walk home?" I was like, "I ain't walking home."
I had that happen three separate times.
But you know what? That conversation was easy in a sense. It could have gone like that. Yes, I think it could have. Did he have to do more than that? No, he didn't have to. But when you come out and you fight and you try to shoot, you steal the cop's taser, like that's where it becomes an iffy situation. Like I get where you back and forth with it because I'm the same way. Like do I think that these deserve to get shot back? Not a fucking chance. But when you steal a taser and try to shoot the cop with it, then what is the cop supposed to do? And if somebody took your gun and tried to shoot you with it, what are you going to do? I just want to know.
Well, the gun is a different conversation. So now you have to remember.
The taser? Yeah, I think so.
So watch this. So here's the problem. So now, me, say in my job, and I hate to do this because my job does not compare to a police officer.
Right.
It does not at all.
It's just, we just.
I know.
We just speculating here. We're just having a conversation. So
no. But I'm saying I know the dangers of my job. I know what can happen. I watch movies and go, that would never happen. And people go, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, because I know my job. I know my job. That would never happen.
Like when a car hits a light pole and the shit blows up and then it does all that shit.
Yes, exactly. I know my job. I know it's never going to happen. I know that would never happen. Why cops don't take that approach? Like you're sitting there and you're chasing a man with a taser. You don't have to.
Why not?
He's drunk. He's drunk, first of all. And if anybody knows about drinking, then he ain't gonna last long, baby. I don't care what it is. We know that. We know facts. You are not gonna last. I'm gonna walk you down like I'm Jason. You're gonna fall out somewhere. Remember, I woke you up. You were sleeping.
Yeah. Yo, waking me up on that drunk sleep. I'm like
So yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm gonna walk you down. So and that's why people see. You see what I'm saying? And again, I wasn't in that predicament. I wasn't in that scenario. I do not know how the cop felt. Maybe because he shot, he felt threatened and stuff like that. That's why I'm back and forth about it because I don't know. I agree. I'm not a cop. I'm not a cop. Do I think he was wrong for shooting him in the back? Yes. Do I know what he was going through in the situation? No. I know. All I can say is what I would have went through. And I'm like, this nigga drunk. Like, come on.
The other thing is, we can't even say that because you wouldn't know what you would do. Like some people do got to take protocol. Some people got to do it out, and you don't know what was said. We wasn't there. The shooting him in the back is the only wrong thing that I think happened.
Yes, it was. It definitely was.
We should have never fought off the cop and try to shoot him with a taser.
You're right. He's wrong too. He's definitely wrong too. We don't know what he was going through. We don't know what he was going through in his mind.
He's drunk. He was dumb. He's like, oh shit, I'm out of here.
Exactly. So you're in the right state of mind.
I get it, but I'm saying is that we can't be outraged for somebody who tried to shoot. We can't be outraged on how he got shot. Yes,
but remember,
do something.
But remember, if somebody steals from your house and you wake up in the middle of the night, you catch them, and they turn around and they're headed for the door. If you shoot, the minute you shoot him, you are wrong, not him.
In New York,
no matter what.
In Atlanta,
no, everywhere else, the intent is gone. The only people that get off for that, and I hate to say this because I'm about to spark a whole controversy, is cops. Because if anybody else do it, it's over. It's done. We can talk about even George Zimmerman, who was fighting a 17-year-old kid, because he wasn't 18. 17-year-old kid felt threatened, and he felt the need to shoot that kid a couple times.
He's getting his ass beat. That's all.
Exactly. But he felt threatened. But if he was running away, if he shot him in his back, it'd have been a clear case. No, there's no threat no more. You shot him in his back.
Shot him when he was like on top of him, if I'm not mistaken, right?
You know why people were outraged with everybody else? With Rodney King, Amadou Diallo, all this? They were in positions where they didn't pose a threat. Amadou Diallo had nothing on him but a wallet. Y'all told him to put his hands up, and he went to reach for his wallet to show y'all that he, like his license and stuff like that. Philando Castile told the cop, I have a weapon in the car because I'm legally allowed to have a gun.
So my thing is, because I'm only gonna play devil's advocate because I have to, and because we debating, because I don't feel like this. But what if that cop or whatever seen like a stop like that and a dude pulled out on him and got nervous? What if like at the end of the day, we don't know what goes through this cop's head. Listen, guys, I'm only playing devil's advocate because if we both can't be on the same side here, there's no story. So there's nothing but to talk about. We're on the same side. So I'm only playing devil's advocate for that. But what if I'm trying to make a scenario in my head? Philando Castile, whatever. Let's say he said I got the gun, and then he went to reach for it, and then he reached for his gun and shot me. Like what happens in that case? What would you say?
He's dead ass wrong. He's dead ass wrong, and he deserves. The next cop deserves to use lethal force. But if you ask the whole point, the point is you have to realize.
So I'm not gonna allow myself to die.
But listen, there's a protocol to follow for a person because you got to realize that having or even granting a person the responsibility of having a concealed weapons permit, you have to be able to trust that person and say, listen, this is what's going on. This is what you got to do. This, that, and the other.
Well,
so now the responsibility.
Other places are open carry, like Arizona's open carry. Like you don't need it. You don't need that. I'm talking like in certain states we're talking about, right?
And I can show you video in open carry states where they treat black people differently than they treat white people.
Oh, I mean, well, that's neither here nor there. We know that.
But that's another. Again, this is the conversation that needs to happen. So, like, even when I have white friends that we talk about it. Like I said, even that video of that when that woman shared, she's my friend. We talk about she's been a heavy Republican. She's a Trump supporter, stuff like that. I have no issue with you. We need to have these conversations because apparently there's something wrong in this country and nobody wants to talk about it. Or maybe we're trying to talk about it and you don't want to listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it is. A lot of people want to talk and don't listen. And a lot of people, maybe black people are tired of listening. That's why I was for riots. I also believe that there's something wrong with the fact that all of this shit is getting passed too fast. I didn't get a chance to tell y'all that.
Why do you think that?
There's something wrong. I'm a conspiracy theorist. I always got to think why. Why? That's my first question is why. Forget about who, what, where. It's why. Why is this going on? Why is this happening? Why, after hundreds of years that we've been fighting about oppression and slavery and segregation and this, that, and the other, now all of a sudden one man dies and y'all just passing all these laws. There's a reason behind it, and I don't know why, and I can't figure it out. And it's driving me crazy.
The more unified we get, the more scared they get. The longer they keep this on, and they don't give us the laws that we need, in a sense, the more unified everybody gets. We too strong. That's what I believe. I could be wrong. That's what I believe.
No, but you can't be wrong for your beliefs. So stop saying that. No, you can't.
You can.
No, that's what you believe. That's your opinion.
I believe this shit is good. This shit is disgusting as fuck.
But that's so another person that drank that, just because you think it's nasty, another person could drink it and say, you know what, it's not that bad. That's his belief.
This shit is nasty.
That's you. You don't get that. And I have it took me a while. I sat there, I've been on both sides of every argument. Not every argument, but a lot of arguments.
Me too. I try to be on both sides.
I
try to give the benefit of the doubt.
Well, I like you playing the devil's advocate to say, oh, why it can't happen.
Oh yeah, I like that too.
So, for instance, and this
it
might
gives me another outlook
feathers.
in a sense.
This might ruffle some feathers, but
ruffle these feathers, baby. It's 40 Central, man.
All right, so I do not believe in religion at all, whatsoever. But There's been times where I actually had to defend religion because there are certain aspects of religion that I don't believe in. But as a whole context and stuff like, I don't believe in it because there's so many different things that goes on in the world. And first of all, we're fighting over, like, Muslims and Christians are fighting over something that they both believe in, which is crazy to me. And it's like, yeah, there's no way I can come to the table for it. Like, what's going on? Again, that's my opinion.
Mhm.
But religion as a whole, it started from somewhere, it branched out to other places, and it just carries on in different situations, the same way language does. So language started somewhere and then it branched off. That's why you don't speak the same. Well, I don't know if you speak Spanish or not. Hopefully you do.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, the Spanish that your mother speaks is not the Spanish that was originally taught.
No, okay.
So religion is the same way.
No, I agree. I think it's so many different like chapters in religion, but I think that most of religion is just to one person. So it's just
But
other
again,
ways of
like I said, me, I go back
believing.
and forth with a lot of things. I don't technically believe in religion, but I will fight for it if I had to make a point because there are
All right,
certain
but
things.
even being an atheist is a religion. Like just because you believe
I'm not
no God.
No, I'm not an atheist either.
No, I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying in general, like just being an atheist, like I don't believe in there's a God, but I believe in something. Like
No, you know what I believe? I believe in
but
people. I believe in people. I believe that
you believe in energy.
Yes, exactly.
You feel like our energy never leaves.
It doesn't. I work in a business that energy does not leave. I work with electricity every day. How can energy ever leave if I work with it?
Okay. Hey, that could be. I'm not gonna lie to you. If we cannot get into that right now, we would not.
No,
we would
no,
not
please
do
don't.
that.
Please don't.
Like,
No,
yeah.
please don't. Please
Like
don't.
I have a lot to ask, but I have a lot to say, but
Listen, I don't even know all the
talking
answers
about
to
that,
it. I
it's like
just, yeah. But back to the conversation of racism, police brutality, and stuff like that. It's just like we all have different opinions of it. We all have to learn how to respect each other's opinions of it. And that's part of the problem. Part of the problem is that we're not respecting each other's opinions of police brutality. We're just, police are wrong, and the other side is you're bugging, police are right. And it's like nobody's having that uncomfortable conversation is come to the table and just have that conversation where we can say, I agree with you or I don't agree with you, but I respectfully respect like your decision and stuff like that on your stance. We're not doing that. So anytime I do get the chance to, and I got white friends that I do have that conversation with and stuff like that. I got plenty of Republican friends. I have Democrat friends. I have white friends, everything. And we just agree to disagree for a lot because I don't know your struggle. You don't know my struggle. A lot of these people don't know our struggle.
right.
That poor neighborhood struggle, even though like just because you're in a poor neighborhood don't mean that you're poor. It just means that you're in a neighborhood that is in a situation where it itself can't do better. So now you coming from that neighborhood, like I said, you could be from a poor neighborhood but be doing better than a lot of people in that neighborhood, but still get treated like everybody in the neighborhood.
Oh, of course.
Why is that?
Yo, listen, I was young when this happened or whatever like that, and I used to work at Wendy's. It was like my first job, whatever like that. And I used to work the fry. I had grease on my shirt and all that shit. Like my uniform, I was come home and clean it, and cops stopped us like right in front of my building, and just because I lived there, I was like, I just came out of work or whatever like that, and then he disrespected me like, yo, go put some. He said go wash your oily shirt or some shit like that. Like he did like because I was working, but just because I live here, no, I'm not trying to get out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I felt that happen multiple times. Like it's just because we live here or live where we at, don't mean that we're not trying to elevate ourselves.
Well, technically, especially because we live in Toronto's Neck, or we grew up in Toronto's Neck. And the reason why I say especially is because we are one of the only neighborhoods. Chichi, I'm talking. You gotta be quiet, okay? You gotta be quiet. Thank you. So because we grew up in Throgs Neck, because we lived in Throgs Neck, we have to speak our story more often than anybody else because there's not a lot of people in the projects.
Real quick, why do you say that? Because there's a lot of people in here that are not from here.
I was about to say that.
Okay, yeah, just break it down.
Our neighborhood is probably the only projects that's surrounded by houses with white people. So other projects have houses, and they're usually people of like there's Spanish people, there's black people that occupy those same houses. They make more money and stuff like that, but they still pretty much live in the same neighborhood. Whereas in our community, once you leave that projects, 9 times out of 10, those are Irish, Italian, white people, whatever you want to call it, because I don't like to just generalize and say white people, but that's especially Throgs Neck, Irish, Italian, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's why we do have to speak our story more often than other people. Yes. Yeah, because I done been to country club and out there.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say that.
Maybe I do.
Yeah.
Like people don't realize I dealt with Puerto Rico. First of all, my family is part Puerto Rican, so of course I dealt with Puerto Ricans. But even outside my family, I dealt with more Puerto Ricans than anything else. I didn't really deal with Dominican people until I went to high school. I went all the way across town. As a matter of fact, my elementary school and junior high school, you know this, it's pretty much 50-50. It's hit or miss when it comes to white versus Spanish and black and stuff like that. I went to a predominantly black high school, not realizing that when I got there, it was weird to me because it wasn't enough white people there. Like all I've known in my whole life was equal balance. Like you had white, you had black, you had Spanish, you had white. Like that's what we did. I had just as much white friends as I had black and Spanish friends. But when I got to high school, because I went to Clinton High School, predominantly black and Spanish, forget about it. And it was segregated in Clinton High School. Like if you was the first floor, and that was all Latin King. You gotta leave that alone. Mind your business, is keep it moving. The second floor was a bunch of, I think it was Crips on the second floor, and it was Bloods on the third floor. It was crazy to go to a school that's what it was. But Lehman, when I finally got to Lehman, it was integrated again. You had Asian, you had white, you had black, you had Spanish. It was somewhat segregated because, at that time, Latin King still ain't play around. But for the most part, it was integrated. Like we all, even the white people that was in the school, you probably went to school with them in elementary school and junior high school. Mm-hmm. But I ain't know nothing. Like there was like 2 people that was white in Clinton. It was crazy to me. But that's how our neighborhood is. We got the little corner on the block next to and I always tell people, like when I go to work now, I go, they don't realize what they did to us. And they go, what you mean? I go, well, you spent your whole life in Throgs Neck and not realizing how it works. And they go, how? I said, well, you say you were born there and raised there. So now you spent 20, 30 something years there, whatever. And then you go to all these schools or whatever, you're still in Throgs Neck. And then you finally, like you're in your 50s or 60s or 70s years old, and you go across the street to the old folks home. Mm-hmm. And then after that, when you pass away, you go to St. Raymond's, which is across the street. Like you literally think people don't realize that. Mm-hmm. My grandfather made sure I never had to worry about that. Like from 3 years old, he made me go out to Tennessee and stuff like that from 3 years old because a lot of people at that time, that's all you knew.
That's a fact.
And that's why
we're in our little corner. We got one bus that comes in.
Yes.
We got bus that passes by one side, but we got the bus that comes through us, and that's it. Like,
and now look, and
people were like, "Yeah, where you from?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, deep." Like, yeah.
First of all, most people think that Throgs Neck is in Queens because of the bridge.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know. I never heard of that one, but
goodness, really? Now it's sorry. You gonna get me in trouble? Yes. Anyway,
let's get off of this like this stuff. Yo, you waiting for the NBA to come back or no?
The NBA, leave it alone. No, it's okay.
Or sports in general. wasn't it? Yeah, we went on a topic where we just like it was like we started to go really deep.
So think about it like this: if you had to work,
you want to deal with that?
no, I can deal with that. Can you stay still so I can talk, please?
Yo, my son was like that all day. Bro.
Yeah, but look at this. Look, see what she did? She had pink stuff all up. Yeah, that's why. I'll deal with it.
My son was like that all day. I was like, I don't know. We got a couple of more. We got a couple of more topics to hit, and then I'll let you go. I know you in the crib, but I appreciate you for stepping in, man, for real.
Of course.
So we got to talk about the studio. What's up with that?
Oh, we definitely need to talk about that. You know what? I wish he was watching because we can sit down and talk about it. It's a decent studio to sit. Like you saw the pictures and stuff like that. That'd be dope. That'd be a dope environment.
I've seen the pack. Like I don't mind going. I don't mind doing it one time a week. Like
exactly.
The
other time we can do regular shit.
Hell yeah! Now I think the podcast will be crazy. The only thing I don't want to do is pay for time where I know that we have here.
Okay.
Because sometimes sometimes we go for 145 and we end it here. Sometimes we go for like 345. You know what I mean?
That is true. And I definitely thought about that.
On how the fuck we feeling. Like it doesn't depend on what we got because sometimes we don't even go through our whole topics. We just
keep going. Exactly.
Yeah, that's my biggest thing. But let's talk about that after the pod, bro. I want
to. Let's talk about sports. All right.
Yeah,
so
what you waiting for? You waiting for what do you? First of all, phase 3 is coming in on July 6th, right? What are you waiting for to open? Like, what do you want to do?
Honestly, I don't even know. I'll tell you this. When I went to Florida, and if y'all don't know, I was in Florida for 4 days. That's why I didn't. I wasn't on Tuesday or whatever. But
it's because he was scared of
Florida. Yeah. First of all, shout out to my baby girl, my other baby girl. Congratulations.
There we go.
Yeah, high school. Yes, definitely. If I had a drink, I would toast me too, but I ain't poured nothing. But what happened was, when I was out there, we actually sat down in the restaurant and ate. It was dope. Inside the restaurant. It was in I think we went to Texas Roadhouse because that's where she loves to eat there, so we went there.
I just came from Havana's a little while ago, but we was outside.
Nah, we were literally inside. You gotta sit over here because you keep messing with that. We went to the beach and we got in the water. Me and the boys stayed in the water the whole time. I got pictures, everything, and right now the story in New York is that you can go to the beach, you can't get in the water, which is dumb to me, but whatever.
First of all, anybody in New York go to Orchard is disgusting. Not gonna lie.
Well, that's. Oh, maybe she heard you because she got a thumbs up. I don't know.
Who did that?
But yes, I haven't been in Orchard Beach water in years. I'm not doing it. I don't plan on doing it.
Yeah, I remember the last time I went to Orchard Beach water, bro. My mom took me, and then I was like her age, and I went in the water, and I came out with a pamper on my fucking foot. Never went back in the water ever again.
But yep. So now going back to the sports aspect of it, I think about it like this: we all have jobs. We all had to return to our jobs at some point, unless you can work from home.
Yeah.
That is their job. That's your career. That's what you told. Daddy. There's people. So not every job teaching. All right. Not all jobs are essential, but people have to go return back to work. You have to make a living, right? Mm-hmm. There's only like 10 people in the NBA that got paid this year. And the rest of them are trying to figure out how they're going to get their money because they budgeted things a certain way and they worry about this, that, and the other.
I brought this up.
I do not agree with Kyrie because Kyrie, you might have a different stance. Right now, you're not even going to play regardless. Mm-hmm. So because you wasn't going to play regardless, how do we know if you're going to have the same stance if you can play or not?
And he's made multi-million dollars, which some of these players don't make that much money. They need the money. Like some of these teams is like 3 games, maybe 4 or 5 games away from the TV deal, which gives them this amount of money
Exactly. Yeah.
for the players and all that stuff like that. But like I listen, if I needed that money, I'm gonna go play ball.
Well, look at
Like,
this. So Kyrie is talking about starting your own league. So how soon do we forget? About 4 years ago, we had a lockout, and y'all had the opportunity.
Is that what
to
he
start your
said?
own league. Yes, he definitely said that.
So tell him to meet up with Ice Cube because he did it.
But my thing is this: during the lockout, you could have started your own league. You could have said, "Forget the NBA." You could have did all of this, and this is why, even when it comes to music and all of these dudes on the back end of their career, including Jay-Z. So for anybody that feels the type of way or whatever, I'm talking about Jay-Z too. On the back end of your career, you chose to be an activist. Now,
Is that
when you
bad?
had,
Are you saying that's a bad thing or what?
I think no, it's not a bad thing. It's just that when you was at the height of your career, you could have been, you could have did that from jump.
But what if I didn't feel like that in the beginning?
He said he did. He said he literally said in Moment of Clarity, I wish I could rap like Common Sense, but I sold 5 mil and I ain't been rapping like Common Sense. He literally said that.
But,
you know me,
but
I know my, you know I'm
I can't I can't rebuttal with you. So, but what I'm saying is like, what if he was making money, he didn't know how to change that? I don't want to get into a rap debate. I don't want to get into
I know, but what he also said was that he felt in the same song, he said that he felt like he couldn't help his people unless he became bigger than his people. CG, stop. See? This is why I didn't want you to do that. Stop. No, I'm gonna put you back out again. All right, so stop. So in the same song, he said that that he couldn't help his people if he was in the same level as them, so he had to make his money first. If you said that in that song, that was on a Black album. That's about 4 albums or 5 albums ago. Why it took until you went to 444 to start talking that real Black consciousness?
Because that was what was in.
See my point?
Okay.
That's my point.
Listen,
So
we're
now
gonna go down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, see, it became a profit. And I think even with this Black movement, it's now become a profit to everybody. So now it's easier to have that conversation. But it wasn't easy to have that conversation when J. Cole was doing it without a profit. When Kendrick was doing it without a profit. When Lupe was doing it without a profit. So I do hold all of these celebrities accountable because... Yes, TT. So you got to pick it up. But I do hold these celebrities accountable only because you chose to get yourself in the conversation. If you never chose to get yourself in the conversation, then by all means, I'll leave you alone. Because you're not obligated to have that conversation. You're not. Don't. All right. So I watched Tiffany Haddish, who she was given the opportunity to either speak on it or not speak on it. And she said one of the dumbest answers I've ever seen in my life, and I was so upset about it. Because you could have just said no comment. Mm-hmm. But it was I forget what I gotta look it up because I really can't, but it was a very ignorant conversation. And she it was just like it was all about money or something like that. I'm making money, I'm not worried about this, that, and the other. And it's like just say no comment.
All right. So here's my devil's advocate coming out right quick. What if that was her, how she felt? Like, I made this, I don't know I honestly don't know what the hell you're talking about. But what if, like, that's what it was for her? Like, I made money, I did this. Like, why is that bad for her to say how she feels?
So now, watch this. So Lil Wayne did a similar...
Just to be clear, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
All right, so Lil Wayne did the same kind of interview. They even asked Lil Wayne about Black Lives Matter. He said he never heard of Black Lives Matter, and what are they talking about? Because if you and you, I'm pretty sure all the little fans.
I remember that one.
He'll always tell you that a white cop saved his life. Everybody else walked over and he'll tell you a white cop saved his life after he shot himself, right?
I remember that.
And then I can show you video of him on stage talking about Black Lives Matter and screaming and chanting and stuff like that. So how is that fair to sit there and say you don't know nothing about Black Lives Matter, and then when you're on stage in front of black people, it's Black Lives Matter?
No, well, it's just It's just what
That's my
what's
that's
into
my
them.
point.
Okay. How the hell did we get from this to from basketball?
Because we're talking about activism when black.
Oh,
So
okay.
the
Oh, you
reason
talking about
you gotta
Kyrie?
remember, the reason why they're talking about sitting out basketball is because of activism. That's what it is. Kyrie had a conversation with 80-something players, and some of them feel like they shouldn't go back because of the situation that's going
I
on in the
remember the
world.
followers though, so that's how
Exactly. And I just proved to you that there are followers, even in the entertainment business, that they're only doing it to pretty much run with the fad. Because I feel like a lot of this is a fad to some people.
No,
This is real life to a whole bunch of
listen, if
people.
people hate me for what I'm gonna say, I believe that a lot of people protesting was a fad. I don't think that a lot of
Yes.
people was out there. I think a lot of people out there looting was a fad. I think that like if you're gonna say that, I think that is what it is. I think that a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
Are there people that care for this? And 100%. But I think that there are people out there that just doing it because the crowd is doing it.
Let me explain something to you. I've been, and I wouldn't even call myself an activist, but I've been pro-black for so long, but only once in one post, and it was recent, that I actually sat there and said Black Lives Matter. I've never actually sat there and said that phrase because I never really believed in that phrase. And the reason why I don't believe it is because I don't know who's behind it. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know anything about it. So I don't want to. No, well, no, I'm talking about then. Now I do, and I know there's a whole hidden agenda behind the movement. Well, excuse me, the hashtag, not the movement. So when you're donating to certain things, you have to realize what you're
I don't
donating
think you
to.
know anywhere money you're donating to. Like my girl donates to I think it's the food bank. I'm not too sure. She's saying she'll write it. But she donates to something like that. But I just don't think that you know exactly where your money's going at any time.
Well, you got to realize also, even when you donate to, say, Red Cross, you only don't like a percentage of your money
Go
goes to
somewhere.
the cause.
Yeah. Where's the rest go? I don't know. Hey, Warren, you trying to get us down like 1,000 fucking wormholes, bro.
So what do you want to talk about? I'm sorry. What do you want to talk about?
No. I'm just saying, you're gonna make us talk about something that's gonna go crazy.
I know that.
But
these are conversations that we have to have.
No, it is. Yo, man. For one, I just want to say I appreciate like having that conversation because like we get so totally different like perspectives. Like.
What else you want to talk? I'm here, baby.
I'm done. How they ask me if I'm done? They said, "Are you done?"
They're waiting for you. They want to get them fireworks popping.
They do.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I'm gonna finish up in a few. I just want to talk about like a couple of more things, real quick. I want to know how you feel about Africa being the first, the first place to begin the vaccine.
No, I don't agree with that. I think that Africa has been a crutch of civilization for too long.
Or I think it was like Bill Gates' wife, I don't know her name, saying that after the people in the hospitals, that African Americans should be the first one. I want to know what's your take on both of them.
All right, so believe it or not, I know why they say that. The reason why they say that is because we have the strongest gene. We are the dominant gene. So a lot of things have been tested on us because we are the dominant, and people don't want to realize it. So that's why I don't even know if you saw my profile pic from last week where I was making fun of them saying the dominant gene, but they spell it JEANS. That's black is the dominant gene, no matter what. The funny thing about black being the dominant gene is that white people made us that way. And the reason why is because they picked the biggest and strongest slave to breed with the biggest and strongest slave, and that's what they did. They bred us like animals. Like you sit there and do 2 pit bulls, and you want the strongest pit bull. You don't get what you think is a weak pit bull. You get the 2 strongest ones and let them mate. That's what they did to us. Now we become dominant. So yes, we excel. We first started excelling in physical things, but eventually, this is still a muscle. So now we're starting accelerating in it. And once you start excelling in everything, basically you become the dominant. So now they want to do that to see what happens to the dominant because anything else most likely could survive if the dominant is okay.
But that I don't think that's true because the weaker is not going to survive just because the dominant
Well,
does.
you have to remember everything comes from us.
I agree, but just because like the little is not gonna survive like something because of that. Like I get what you're saying, but it's like what about the weak? What happens to them? If they take the same vaccine? I'm only saying that because I'm just
I know
wanting
what
to see
you're
what
saying,
you're saying.
but you also have to realize that they built vaccines and stuff like that off of us in the first place.
Okay. So my take on it was I didn't like it, but I understood it.
I don't like it. Don't get me wrong. I hate the idea of it. I understand why it's happening.
And no, but I understand too because it hit the African American community bad. Like I get what she's saying, and I think that she's trying to say it in a way that it just came out bad. I could be, like I said all the time, I could always be wrong, but I just think that she's trying to do it for like a political thing or just to get more people talking. I think they should just throw that shit out there. I'm not taking it when it comes out, so I really don't care. And
But now watch this. So, if like the only reason why I look at it in that sense is because if you go by the numbers, if you sat there and said the numbers, then you would negotiate with the Chinese government or the Chinese people, only because numbers show that Asians outnumber us substantially. But you didn't go that route.
I said that.
No. What I'm saying is,
I wouldn't know. I said that.
No. That's the reason why I feel like they're not going that route. Like they're going to the dominant. Because I hate to say this because it sounds crazy.
No, go ahead. I kind of get what you're saying, but
the master race.
I said that in week 2, bro. I said that we're not the minority, we're the majority. I said that.
Yes, exactly.
I said that. I get it.
And that's what I meant when I said that. I don't want to say the master race because it sounds like slavery, and I don't want it to be misconstrued.
To each his own. You can believe whatever you're gonna believe. Somebody not gonna like what you say, and that's on them. And that's people choose to believe whatever they want to believe in whatever if that's how they feel. Like who are we to say don't feel like I'm wrong? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter. That it doesn't matter. If that's how you feel, and that's what it is.
Because you broke it. It's over. It's finished.
But Warren. I want to thank you. That was a clap to you for just coming in and stepping in. You didn't even know. We didn't even know, man.
No! I told you I'm back, baby.
Yeah.
Luckily, that 20 ain't here because I might have turned on the music if he was in here.
Nah. We're gonna do it. So we good for Tuesday?
I'm good for Tuesday. Listen, I told you I got a quarantine for 14 days, baby. I'm good.
There's one more thing I want to talk about before we go.
We can do that.
40 Central basketball shorts, baby.
Nice. I need a couple of those.
40 Central basketball shorts. Look at these shits, baby.
I need a couple of those. Yes.
Black and red. I got black
What's
and red.
20.
We still going 20 on them. We going 20.
I need a couple of those.
We going 20. We got some hats coming in. We got a lot of merchandise. We got a lot of things that's coming out for everybody, man. And get them while it lasts, because I don't know if Bam's in here, but Bam already bought 3 shorts. Them shits are going. They flying, bro.
Shirt on Tuesday. I'm still talking
Hey,
about
listen,
shit.
I've been waiting to make the shirts. I've been waiting to make everything for you guys, man. But what's up? I'm waiting for y'all to finish this shit.
I might
Tuesday.
have to get that Cardinal Reds. I might have to get that a little earlier than the fall.
That's just fire. Look, this is navy blue and white right now.
See, I might need one of those too. See, that's something, yo, don't do this, because that's gonna be my whole wardrobe. You want nothing else to 20-something?
You got to see the red and white one I got. But I ordered me and Jay, the green and white JT was wearing today. That shit is super fire.
See,
but we got a lot of stuff coming out, and I want everybody to go out. We're gonna throw it up there. We're trying to feel it. We got a sweatsuit coming soon. We're gonna try to make that shit by.
I'm definitely a sweatsuit kind of dude in the fall.
At least some sweats. We got some sweatshirts. We're looking for some sweatshirts. We got a couple of things that's coming out for you guys. We got the hats coming next week. That hat's coming next week. So
I need a few of those too.
I'm gonna send you the colors. We got black, red, pink, yellow, Kelly green, and like a nice cardinal shit for like that shirt, that same color shirt. We got those hats coming out. So we just ready. We're ready, and we're doing it for y'all, man. And one thing I want to do, I want to thank you one more time for real. I really appreciate it.
Listen, I told you I could always step in.
True, but I don't be hot in the same colors. I'm experimenting. I gotta see. I gotta see with the. I gotta test the waters.
The Cardinal, you was like the fall, and I'm like, why you ain't just dropped that? The Cardinal was fire. When you asked that one, I was like,
I'm having is if I buy 5 or 10 shirts each, I could be stuck on product for a while. And I don't have, and you know, I live in an apartment. I don't have too much space for it. So it's either I have enough orders for it, and we get it, and we do it or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my biggest thing. I don't have. I'm looking into buying a house soon. If when I buy my house and I got a fucking garage, I order all the colors. You know what I mean? But
no, because then your wife or girlfriend at that time she's not gonna like that. She needs space for the car and all that. Because only men don't care about the cars going in the garage.
Fuck the car.
See, exactly.
Look, my mom wants the Cardinal too. Look.
Well, see, fire, yo.
I might make a small order for you guys, and I'll tell you when I do it. Then.
So that one is heat right there.
But yo, listen, I really want to thank everybody that's still here. That everybody came on. I want to thank Warren one more time. I appreciate you for stepping in. Like I know JC had a thing. I might need you next week because I'm going up to New Hampshire.
All right.
And I might not have no service. I'm gonna hop on now. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I'm trying to buy a Wi-Fi extender to get over there. I'm gonna see.
But New Hampshire is decent. The service is not that bad.
Oh man, I'm on the lakes. No service at all.
Oh,
so
well,
yeah.
you would know better than me. I've been in New Hampshire, but I'm
in the lakes. I'm in the lakes, like, and the fucking like you got to go through the woods. There's no service out there, so I'm gonna try to get on. But if he can get you on, then I'm straight with that too, man.
All right. Well, I'm most likely here. This is my new thing on Saturday night.
Yeah, good. I appreciate it, man. And I want to get in that. I was
about to say that
studio soon.
We can definitely do that because that'd be a move too.
All right. Anything else you want to say to the people?
Appreciate y'all for listening to my crazy self and my crazy ideas and stuff like that. Because I know, and then plus you're watching me fight with this little girl that don't care about nothing that's going on.
Just make sure you're ready for Tuesday. That's it.
I'm ready. Listen, that Tuesday, that been in the bag. I'm not worried about that. That's nothing. I'm thinking about what's the next one y'all want me to do. What's the next verses? Because that's how confident I am with this verses. Like I'm already thinking about the next one.
All right, so I mean he's done. So I'm gonna tell you right now. Remember, your 9 to 5 pay the bills. Your 6 to 12 builds the empire, man. We're gonna build this fucking empire for the Central Empire. We're gonna take it to the top, all of us together. This is not just me. This is not just JT. This is not just Warren. This is not just Chupa. It's not just my moms. This is not just anybody who follows us. This is all of
everybody.
Us. It's all of us. We're the central. We're the center. We're the center of everything. We're trying to be the center of everything. I want you to be able to get your podcast, your music, your clothes, your poetry, whatever you want from here. We want to put it up, man. Just this is the center of it. This is the center of 40 Central. It's gonna be the center of everything eventually. And if we keep on moving the way we're moving, we're doing it for you guys. So we appreciate you guys, man, for real.
Look, say bye-bye.
Say bye. Bye.